So again, yeah.
I want to go back to the impression thing for a second.
Sure.
Now, when I was growing up, the impressionists would turn around and then away from the audience, get that face solid, and then turn back. The
reveal. Right?
Yeah. Well, Frank Ocean would turn around. He'd come back as, Kirk Douglas and Rich Little.
The face turn.
Have you ever met Rich Little?
No.
I did. I worked with him at the Tropicana Hotel.
And I think Jim Carrey would do it too. Like,
he would turn around and
be Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Sure.
You feel more like the guy when you do that face.
Oh, for sure. It's all a
now,
visual
can you
thing.
teach us how to do an impression?
We can try it. Yeah, we
can
can workshop this. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Sure.
The turnaround is a particular move. Sometimes to snap it right into place in front of people is also kind of fun too. Because like impressions can be gimmicky, but I like the writing process of like an impression being sauce or seasoning on a good bit. Because oftentimes if you're just doing an impression within a minute or two on stage, it's like shredding on a guitar where you're like, check out what I can do. But if you have a good song that supports it, it's much more effective.
Do people heckle impressionists like they do comedians?
Sure.
Like if you're doing a really bad impression of someone, they yell out, it's awful.
It's wrong pitch.
I'll be honest with you.
Wrong octave.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, we talked about you on this podcast when Elon Gold was here because we were talking about how unusual it is for someone to be able to do a good impression of someone who's not in their gender, and you do a very good Kamala Harris.
I want to talk about it. We could try a workshop of Kamala or a Trump. You take your pick.
Yeah, I like to do Kamala.
Oh, Kamala?
You
Okay.
want to do Kamala?
I'll do Trump, you do Kamala.
Okay.
So you workshop with him and then...
So Kamala?
Kamala.
Yeah.
Sounds Jewish, doesn't it? Kamala.
So
there's the la. Kamala. It's like a Yiddish.
Kamala, Mamala, Kamala, right? She goes by that.
She's got a Jewish husband. By the way, I just want to say something about her husband.
Sure.
And a lot of people, this guy, and I'm a married guy, 34 years. How long are you married?
15.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I think 9.
Doug Emhoff
yeah,
has the worst job in the world now.
Mm-hmm.
The husband of Kamala Harris. What she's probably putting him through is so horrible. I mean, she probably wasn't easy to begin with, but DEFCON 3.
Oh my God!
Losing this election.
I'm going DEFCON 3 on this Jewish person.
Yeah,
right.
And it's not because she hates Jews at all. It's just because the average wife gives the husband a hard time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to go with this.
I heard on Twitter they were getting divorced, but maybe that was.
Yeah, I heard a rumor that they're getting divorced also.
He banged he had slept with one of the campaign staffers. So
really?
Talk about a hard time.
Is that right?
That's what I saw it on Twitter. I don't know if it's real.
It wasn't me.
Is that right?
Let's go. I want to do Kamala. I want to do it.
Oftentimes impressionists will.
So can I do a black person without being called a racist? Because it's going to be awful.
We'll get you into makeup and we'll figure this out.
Yeah. Wow.
People have been calling you a racist your whole career. It's only helped you.
Yeah.
First of all, she's not black. She was Indian. I thought she was Indian. And now she wants to be black. Yeah. I don't understand.
Right.
Now she wants to be black. But Indian and Jamaican, there's nothing more spicy than that. Nothing more spicy. You have curry and you have jerk chicken. Can you combine? You burn your tongue right off. So on Kamala, there's a few things. You'll see impressions always kind of warm up with a particular thing that snaps it into place, that like activates the impression, right?
Yeah.
So and I remember a friend of mine who's an impressionist with Trump. I was doing Trump and I was like, it's just terrible. It's terrible what's happening. But then he did the lips. He did this like one move where it was like, I'm like, oh, that's the thing. And it's like, solve the puzzle. You're like, once she did that, it was.
Oh, it's the gasping in the air.
Well, so if we go to Kamala for 1 second, I'll do Trump with you. So okay. Kamala would do that like, okay. And watch the face. So first it's sort of like a tightening. So tighten the face. And then just be like, just say this. Just say, I'm speaking. Into a smile, back of the throat, I'm speaking. But barely enunciate and just go, I'm speaking.
I'm speaking.
I'm speaking.
I'm speaking.
Yeah. So, and then a couple of things.
I'm speaking.
And before you say anything, just practice these moves. Squinty, weird, contorted smiles like this. Okay, there you go. And now give me a laugh. You're crying more. And then we say something like, I want to be clear. So I want to be clear.
I want to be clear.
You're going clear. So Claire?
I want to be clear.
That's better. Claire.
Clear.
Claire. Tongue in the back of the throat. Claire? Yeah. Oh, okay. I want to be clear. And this is important.
I want to be clear.
And then the bit is you have to just say random sentences that do not arrive at particular points.
I want to be clear.
She speaks in run-on sentences. So
be clear, Mr. Trump.
She wants to be clear.
Don't lose the visual, though. Look.
Yeah.
So if I look at this podcast, okay, yeah. Say everything in front of you and keep going and be very obvious. We are sitting on a couch in a bus that is traveling all around the country, doing the work of the aspirations and ambitions of everyday Americans to come together in a way by which we all know, and I want to be clear about this, so this is important, by which we all know that in sitting on a couch that is gray, it means that we are not black or white, we are gray, and existing in that middle ground for middle-class Americans, and I'm a middle-class kid. And there you go.
Excellent.
Yes.
I think I'm going to stand up, and I think what do you think? You think I got a shot at it?
You got to stand up, and a Kamala will give it a shot. Maybe you might get heckled, but and then you always end up, we're going to do it again in 2024. Come on, man. So that's Kamala. We can switch to Trump now. The visual, okay? Just breathe in through the sides. Yeah, through the sides of your lips. You have to do an upside down smile. So it's not a frown, it's an upside down smile. Watch. And keep your mouth clear. And then it's hands. Oh, so much hand movement. Look at that right there. I'm barely, even my voice hasn't even changed. And now it's the inflection. Pause before you say the sentence. And then right there, add a little grovel to the bottom of your voice. And then before you say anything at all, you got to have such great sentences that form, and little pauses. Little pauses they're so helpful. They're so helpful. Keep repeating those phrases. Come on.
Let me hear them.
Okay.
Danny, let's see it.
Okay.
Danny.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Squint the eyes. Head to the side. Less movement and more like, ooh, ba, ooh. Now say like, we're going to make America so great.
We're going to make America so great.
That's it. You're getting it.
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah,
you saw that.
I saw that.
So great.
So great. And a little bit of pauses. It keeps people on their toes. Try it like that.
We're going to keep America so great. It's going to be...
Let's try a nursery rhyme. Itsy bitsy spider is Trump. So watch. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. It went all the way up, so high, probably better than any spider you've ever seen. It went so fast, and then down came the rain. Sleepy Joey washed it out. It was terrible. And washed the spider out, and out came the sun. That's me. And washed it all away. And the itsy bitsy spider, that's America. It came up the spout again and was so great. And
better than ever.
That's what we're going to do. There you go.
Great lesson. Yeah,
that works. Yeah,
I feel like I got something out of that.
And when you do it, imagine you're seeing him right in the mirror, and you're looking at the mirror instead of yourself. You're looking at Don. Right, so beautiful.
I once asked Daryl Hammond about doing impressions because I can do great accents, and he said if you can do great accents, you could do great impressions.
Yeah.
And his advice to me was to go on YouTube, find the person you want to impersonate, and play like 2 lines of them, and then repeat it, and then go back and play the 2 lines and repeat it, and then move on to the next 2 lines, and or words, 2 words, and then another 2 words, and another 2 words, and focus on each time.
Right.
I tried it a little bit. It didn't really help me that much.
I did an impression of Bob Dylan on the Letterman show.
Yeah.
So it was a line. I said, Dylan. Oh, I did. Yeah, Dylan at Thanksgiving. Pass the peas, please.
Pass the gravy. Pour it all over the turkey.
How many roads does a man walk down?
Yeah.
He does a great Bob Dylan.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You call him a man.
And I do a great Mark Schiff. I do Mark. I do Mark Schiff. Just a little bit there, And I used to do my wife. She kind of bothers me. I bother her. She's a little bit of that kind of. That's Mark Schiff.